What's up, guys? We got another one here from Alpha Male. Modern women losing their minds after men are friend zoning them. Before we get into it, let me know my audio is sounding good. I tried to do a few edits today. It sounds good on my computer and my laptop. Sounds like crap at work, but I have a crappy speaker there. I just want to make sure that's coming across good while I make a few tweaks here. Anyways, let's get into it.
How much should your man make in a year?
Can we make it monthly?
Sure.
At least 100K a month.
Isn't that a bit high compared to the average income out there?
Well, if I'm talking about my partner, I don't think so.
Why not?
If I'm making 10K a month, he should be making 10 times more than me. And that kind of puts me in the feminine position, and I view him as the masculine, as the main provider in our family, as we're going to grow, expand our family.
She screams gold digger. I'm sorry. So a guy has to make 100,000 a month to be her masculine provider. I mean, because cornerstone of masculinity is apparently the ability to fund her Gucci fantasies while you sit back and expand the family. I mean, you make 10,000 a month and want someone who earns 10 times that? I mean, basic math suggests you should aim lower, but no, let's inflate those delusions. I mean, here's a fun fact. The median household in the US is about 74,000 per year, and the only thing that's expanding is her ego. I mean, 10,000 a month before taxes is 120,000 a year, and that's pretty damn good salary here in the US, depending on where you live.
Let's talk about why the friend zone does not exist. Friend zone is this made-up idea that was essentially created by men who try to justify any rejection by a woman.
Now, to this creator's credit, she may be genuinely unfamiliar with the phenomenon I'm about to describe because she as a person may be very direct and forward with men in her life, but not all women are. Friend zone is a very specific kind of relationship where, while the woman may refer to the man as her friend, she's also constantly leading him on for one reason or another, usually some kind of personal gain. These are the kinds of relationships where she calls him her friend, but then gets jealous when he hangs out with other girls or likes another girl. She expects him to go on date-like activities with her and even sometimes expects him to pay. Some guys will use the friend zone as an excuse for getting rejected, but most of the time, it's these guys who are dealing with these really awkward, ambiguous middle ground relationships where they're constantly expected to give boyfriend benefits without receiving any girlfriend benefits.
Yeah, the friend zone doesn't exist logic. It's like saying gravity is optional. I mean, sure, some guys use it as a cop-out, but most dudes in the friend zones are trapped into a psychological Hunger Games where the prize is crumbs of attention. I mean, she gets the dinners, the compliments, and the emotional labor, while he gets to hear about Chad's rearranging her insides. I mean, the friend zone is real, and it's called unpaid overtime with a smile. Stop clucking in, fellas. You're much better than that.
One of the biggest lies I used to tell myself, but I thought was the truth when I was single before I got married, was men are intimidated by me. I thought because I had a house, a car, been driving BMW since I was 24 years old, I thought that because I made a lot of money that men just couldn't handle it, they were intimidated, and they were turned off because I was doing better than them. That is one of the biggest lies, or the things that we think, when really the problem is us. If you find yourself saying, well, men are just intimidated by me, I make too much money, they don't like that I'm just direct and I stand up for myself. If you keep getting that kind of results from men, most likely it's not because they're intimidated, they just don't like you. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean or to be like nasty, but that was what I was going through. They thought I was attractive, they liked being around me, but they just weren't into me because the way that I exuded my ego. A lot of women don't realize when they make money and they have all these accomplishments, the ego drives the conversation. It drives your energy, how you carry yourself, how you interact with men, where your ego is like, well, because you're not on my level, da 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 da. And nobody wants to be treated like that, man or woman. I'll give you guys a perfect example. Girl with the pink dress on Pop the Balloon. A lot of people were like, oh, I like her personality. She seems funny. She seems cool. She even said she was a sweetheart. And all those things can be true. That does not mean that's what's attractive to a man. Ladies, the things that we like about ourselves and the things that we like about our homegirls does not mean that men find that attractive or want that to be what they want in a relationship. And I'm not saying change who you are to appease a man, but if you're not getting the results that you want in the dating sphere and you want to be married, you have to check how you talk to people, how you treat people, the energy you have. Normally it stems from childhood. Normally it stems from being an overachiever. It stems from being somebody that's very type A. It stems from being somebody that is a perfectionist. Normally, when people are like that to themselves, they're hyper critical of other people. So if you tend to have this personality trait where you're very defensive, you're standoffish, you have your guard up 24/7, 365, and you don't know how to let your hair down and have fun and speak to people lightly, gracefully, then you could probably have this problem. So just do some self-reflection, sis. It might not be because he's intimidated.
Okay, what she's saying is not wrong, but to sum up her long-winded explanation, men do not like their ladies to be masculine or combative. Men are not intimidated by BMWs or six-figure salary. They're just not signing up for the Ego Olympics. Your success is fine. It's the I'm better than you energy that's a deal breaker. Men don't want a sparring partner. They want a partner. Being type A doesn't mean you're high value. It means you're exhausting. And take the ego down a notch or two and let your hair down, literally.
Nobody thinks they're average, or most people do not think that they are average. Is this confidence or is this delusion? And what inspired this video was me posting a TikTok from one of my girl interviews. To say the comments were concerning and eye-opening is actually an understatement. So now let me read some of the comments to you. Average has nothing to do with me. Some of us don't want to be average. LOL, okay, but these are based on averages and I'm not looking for an average man. I don't give an F. I want my man to be pulling 500K. My soul left my body when I read that one. No one can survive with less than 70K. Let's be very for real. Are we okay? If you can't survive on 70K, you have a spending problem.
I mean, nobody thinks they're average. I mean, that's because we're living in the delusion generation. I mean, you've got women demanding men who make $500,000 a year like there's a secret factory producing millionaires on clearance. I mean, meanwhile, the average U.S. male earns roughly $56,000 annually, and you're not asking for Prince Charming. You're asking for Jeff Bezos with abs. And let's not gloss over the $70,000 isn't survivable content. If you can't live on $70,000 a year, you don't need a man. You need Dave Ramsey.
I saw a video the other day. A girl's like, men are afraid to come up to us. They're not afraid to come up to you. I mean, maybe some feel a little insecure, but by and large, they're just like, I don't need this aggravation today. I don't need some diva aggravation today, because more often than not, what do? Nasty, like a little attitude, puckered lips. The puckered lip. They're tired. They're tired. They're tired of getting made fun of. They're tired of being, abused. They're tired of getting, oh, I'm a meme now. Because why? Because I looked your way for 2 seconds in the gym?
Yeah, men aren't approaching you because, frankly, it's a risk assessment. Why walk into a guaranteed minefield of eye rolls, puckered lips, and attitude when the ROI is of you posting him on TikTok as a gym creep of the week? I mean, this is why I canceled my gym membership and bought a total gym setup at home. But anyways, men have realized that modern dating is less romance and more combat training. I mean, ladies, it's not insecurity keeping men away, it's your PR.
Never suggest to a woman that you're interested in that if things don't work out, we could be friends. That is so horribly unattractive. Horribly unattractive. Like, even if she was into you when she saw you, even if she thought you were cute, you had the attitude walking over, even if you deliver the great intro line, you have that little tag in there, like, if it doesn't work, we can be friends. Oh man, she's just like, bye.
Yeah, back on the friend zones. If it doesn't work out, we can be friends is a translation of I'm already planning my failure with you. I mean, that's like starting a marathon and announcing you're going to quit at mile 2. Confidence is king and you just abdicated the throne. Never offer a consolation prize. It's unattractive and reeks of desperation. Either shoot your shot or sit down, but don't throw in a participation trophy. Anyways, here's the bitter truth. Society is broken and the pieces spell entitlement. Unrealistic expectations, ego trips, and social media have turned dating into a dumpster fire. I mean, women expect CEO income, 6-packs, and 401ks while offering little but attitude. Men, tired of the nonsense, are either opting out entirely or getting their passports for greener pastures. In the family unit, wreck. Dating seeds, a minefield. I mean, why? Corporate greed, feminist ideologies gone haywire, and a government that profits from division. I mean, a solution? It's radical self-improvement. Many men need to build their value and walk away from toxic dynamics. Most women Drop the entitlement and reconnect with reality. Both sides need to focus on mutual respect and partnership, or we'll all just swipe ourselves into oblivion. Put down social media and go outside and touch some grass. Anyways, guys, what's the craziest expectation you've seen someone have in a dating market? Do you think men are right going their own way, or is there still hope to return to traditional values? Anyways, guys, it's the end of the video here. If you like what you've seen today, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.